Today I wanted to go over one of the most controversial things out there when it comes to gold and stacking, and I'm referring to the gold back. So you guys either love these things or hate these things, or you've never even heard of them. So let me know if you agree with my pros and cons in this in the comments, or if I'm just way out of my league and you guys just absolutely love these.
But there's a couple things I want to go over before we get into the video, and that is, in no way am I trying to get you to like and subscribe to my channel. But on the other hand, if you have an unhealthy addiction to gold, silver, and numismatics like I do, you're in the right place. And as viewers, you don't get the recognition that you deserve. So I want to say thank you for taking the time out of your day to watch my content. It helps me out tremendously. With all that being said, let's roll it.
So first you need to know what a goldback is, then I will tell you why it's probably the only one I'll ever buy. So you guys know I'm kind of not a fan of them as is. Goldbacks came out in 2019, which is pretty recent, so 5 years ago, and is a local currency made up of 24 karat gold that is similar in size to a US dollar. Got a dollar up here next to it, so a little bit smaller. Top's off camera right there. And it has gold between two layers of polyester. Now, I'm not smart enough to tell you guys how they laid that on there, and even if I explained it, I would not sound smart even doing so. It's a super difficult technology, but the idea behind these is almost like a gold and silver certificate. So well, that's going down in the background. So silver certificate that we know back in the day is that we could take this dollar right here, we could go to a bank and exchange it for that much silver. But the difference is that instead of exchanging it for something, you have that gold pretty much is already built into this dollar right here. So this is $1. It is 1/1000th of a troy ounce of gold right there. I'm going to try and show you guys this thing without blinding the camera. So 1/1000th troy ounce, 24 karat gold. It looks like you got the date right there. So its biggest denomination that they have out right now is $50 with 1/20th of an ounce of gold. And the in-between denominations are 5, 10, and I've seen $25. I don't know why they don't have a $20 if they just wanted to keep it at 25. And each time you go from $1 up to $50, the amount of gold that's in here gets bigger. Now, these are meant for small transactions. I've heard of people giving these for tips, but they're not legal tender on a federal level. But supposedly they're legal tender in Utah, Nevada, Wyoming, and New Hampshire. So I have a Wyoming one, as you can see right there, and I will try and get this close to the camera and see where it says right there in the bottom line, right there, right where I'm pointing out, it says not US dollar legal tender. So I have a Wyoming one, and even though this is Wyoming, when I was doing research on these, suppose you don't even have to spend this in Wyoming, so it's not landlocked to one state. You can go to Utah, Nevada, or New Hampshire, and you can spend this there also, and vice versa with the other ones. But the value of each goldback is based on the current exchange rate of gold, and the Goldbacks website posts those every day. goldbacks are also fungible, meaning that if I have 5 of these $1 goldbacks, I can exchange it for one $5 goldback, and vice versa. And that's something that you can't do with gold coins. So yes, if I traded 10 of these for a 1 ounce gold coin, I am still getting 1 ounce of gold for those 1/10 gold pieces. But the problem with these, we all know, is that the 1/10 premiums in the smaller coins are so big that you would actually lose money if you traded 10 of these small ones for a 1 ounce gold coin. So supposedly that's not the same with these. If you were to buy a $5 goldback, it would be the same price as if you bought 5 $1 goldbacks. So what are the pros to these goldbacks? Well, I gotta say I like the design, and that's pretty much it. So I may not like these, but I can appreciate how much work and detail has gone into these right here. And the other goldbacks have different looks to them too. So they're not all like this for different states. I mean, the detail is incredible, that I will give you. The back is even pretty extraordinary right there. So they really went above and beyond making those, which I will not take away from them by any means. So maybe buying a few of these or just one for a novelty is cool, and that's totally fine. That's up to you. And I also love the idea of bringing back stability to our dollar, and our money in general. And there's cons, which I had way too many, so I kind of had to pick and choose and just do like a handful of them. So the size for the amount of gold contained is just ridiculous. It's something like a half a grain that's spread out over this whole piece right here, and it just takes up so much room right there for that amount. And that worries me with the durability. They seem extremely delicate. I mean, you can hear that kind of like flop and stuff like that. So they are pretty solid, but can they be folded in wallets? You know, with other regular dollar bills, I can crumble this, I can fold it, I can uncrumble it, and it's good to go. But can I do that with a goldback, or over time, is it gonna flake? Is it gonna come apart? You know, that's why I like the gold and silver certificates, because I can beat those dollars up and I can still take those, the idea behind them, still take those to a bank and exchange it for what silver would have been worth. But if that happens to this, am I gonna devalue it? So am I gonna get my money back, or what they're saying that this is worth, will I get that back? And probably one of the bigger ones, my problems with it, is the premiums are unreasonable. If you go to the Goldback website, you'll see that one Goldback, this one right here, maybe not specifically this one, but it's $4.88, which means if I bought 1,000 of these to get 1 troy ounce of gold, it would cost me $4,880. That's twice the amount of gold is worth right now, with spot being at $2,332, which in my opinion is just absolutely absurd. And these are fairly new. You know, people don't have a lot of knowledge on these, which makes it really lack potential. And I've heard people say this, they're like, well, you know, Bitcoin, not everyone knew about Bitcoin, and look where it's at nowadays. Okay, well, Bitcoin went from $3 to $60,000. If this goes up in price, that totally defeats the purpose, right? So you don't want these to go up in price. You just want these to be accepted for what they're worth in gold. So no thank you. I will stick with my gold coins. Only way I'll end up with another one of these is if I get it gifted to me, because personally I won't be buying anymore. But like I said, having one or a couple for like novelty's sake, to me that's totally fine, guys. And this is all my opinion. Always stack what you want. Don't listen to YouTubers. Don't listen to your LCS. Don't listen to Google. Buy what you want. I'm just here to offer my opinion and just a little bit of advice. So, but to me, these premiums are just super high, and who knows, maybe one day premiums will come down and these will be widely accepted. But for now, I'm staying away from them. I'll probably keep my eye on them, but you are looking at the only one I will ever own for right now. So I may make another video in 2 years and totally just pull back what I said. But what do you guys think? What are your views on these? Let me know in the comments. That's all I got for today. Hope you got something from this video, and I'll see you in the next.